Well,
You're
with
good
that
at
being
that
said,
map.
what's been going on in Whitmer world?
Whitmore World?
I can't talk. We've
You've never been
established
to
this.
Whitmore World before and don't even know
Whitmer,
what that is.
yeah,
But
but
for
Whitmer world.
Whitmer's updates, like I mentioned, I was actually away for a week back in middle of
Yes, that's right.
September. Went to North Wildwood for a week,
Hey,
uh, which is fun actually. Pretty relaxing, kind of not much needed. Haven't really had any time to really go out and kind of relax, like
yeah,
beach wise or
you just
kind
had
of
some downtime
vacationy.
and everything.
Yeah, so it's kind of nice to have that. Mitch and his fiance weren't able to make it because they
Mm,
had another trip they planned, but with her family, the same, pretty much the same week we were going to our vacation.
gotcha.
So
So it
they
was,
weren't
yeah.
there, but the rest of the fam made it. So
There you go. Nice.
um, we got in on a Saturday, left on a Saturday. So uh,
There you go. So you guys had good weather for it.
not really. No, we had a lot
That
better
sucks.
weather last year when we went to Ocean City, where it rained maybe
Yeah.
like once or twice. And it never really rained during our trip, but the wind was
Mm,
brutal.
got
It was
it. So
brutal the
like,
whole
even though it
time.
wasn't, yeah, and that's
Like it
probably
was one
so
of those.
tricky
It
about
was
the hit
like
or miss about the beach.
because the reason why we thought it was so great to do the same week as we did last year, just about, is because the weather was as just great. That like house we stayed at, the beach and everything
Yeah.
was awesome. The crowds were low. It's like, oh, this is the perfect week to go. But this week, this time, it didn't really work out as well weather wise. Pretty much from like Tuesday to like the day we left, there were like chances
Mm,
of rain and everything. It never really rained except for I think one time overnight or early morning.
mm.
So we were still able to get like beach days in pretty much every day except for
That's good.
one where we just kind of walked around,
Mm.
like doing like shopping and stuff.
I mean, that's
Um,
also not that bad. And I feel like no matter what, you're especially going to the beach, you're expected to at least have one one day where like you're just anticipating it to be rain or just like so windy and crappy that's
yeah.
just like it's impossible to go down to the beach, and you just use that day to like kind of like you said have like a shopping day or just like a
Hmm.
kind of explore and just kind of check out some other shops in general day.
Yeah. But the thing that actually
Nice.
helps for us was there was actually because which is great location wise for a house is that the house we stayed at was pretty much not even like a
Mm.
block away from the boardwalk into the beach. So going there was no issue at all. But where we would sit, like in that area of the beach, it was always windy. So, you get sand in your face. You can barely even hear each other talk because it was so windy. But like a
Yeah.
little like ways down like the beach or whatever, there was a nice pier, and underneath it had like a bunch of like sand dunes under it. And that was
There
just
you go.
blocking all the wind. So that's where we sat for the rest of the time, was just there because the wind was not nearly as bad. So we were able to actually enjoy the beach time. But pretty much every day there was rip current advisory, so there was
Oh,
no,
good.
not even a thought of getting close to the
Yeah.
water really.
Swimming. No.
Besides maybe like washing off like your feet or your hands or something
Yeah.
because there's sand on it
Or
or
go
something.
like ankle deep.
Um, or like what my sister and her husband had to do because we have the 3-year old, so she's going to get
Yes.
sand all over herself. So you just kind of do a quick wash
Yep.
of her in the water,
That's it.
like ankle deep water, but still.
Exactly.
But it was crazy because there was even times where, like, like one day I had to like pretty much tighten my hat because it was getting that windy. I kind of remember it reminded me a bit of that one Phillies game we went to last year, where it was like crappy weather out, my hat flew off.
Yeah. Oh yeah, grandmother. Yeah. Fun times.
um, but thankfully it never flew off. Like it had those moments where I had to like grab it quickly because I felt like I was
Yeah.
going to. But then I had to do like a thing where it's like as tight as it can possibly be on my head, where it almost kind of hurt at that point.
Yeah.
Um,
At that point, it's like, is it even worth wearing a hat, or do you just like just suck it up and hold on to it in
nah,
general?
I still just wear it just because I have to.
There you go.
Um, but like it was weird because you could almost like see at times like the wind, the sand like blow away in this from the wind,
Yeah.
especially when you got closer to the ocean
Mm.
itself. But for like what we did and all, because it was the thing that really kind of the reason why we went there was because last year Ocean City was a dry town, so we weren't
Mm.
able to hit any bars or anything
That
like
makes
that
sense.
or
Did
any
they change it?
restaurants. That's still a dry town there.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry. I was just say I
I
forgot
went
my
to
bad. You went
I went to
to
North Wildwood.
wow, that's right. That's right.
Um, but for and it's not a dry town, so they're able to
Yeah,
have like bars and everything.
there you go.
Unfortunately, because we went during like off time hour in terms of like
Ah,
summer, they were only open during the weekends, not during the week. So I
of
really only
course.
went out like maybe 2 or 3
Saturday
times.
night or
Or
yeah,
the first day we got there, we had like a lunch at like a
yeah.
um, restaurant that was like kind of beachsidey kind of thing on a pier.
It's nice.
And then like the last full day we had, because on that Friday, one of the bars that was like right next to us was open and we ate there.
Hmm.
Did a mini bar hop. By that, I mean, we literally hit 2 bars.
Yeah,
That was it.
it's term many, but yeah, I respect it.
Um, but yeah, outside of that, that was kind of the fun
Yeah.
part. The only issue I had with the trip, and even like fun things outside of that, was just kind of laying low. We had a puzzle that we pretty much built from like day one, and it's still not completed. My dad was determined to put the box or put it back in the box without losing,
Oh my god.
as like far as we got into the puzzle. And this far, almost a month afterwards, it still has yet been completed. So just kind of sitting unfinished.
God, that's funny. I love it.
But like some of the issues I had was like the house we stayed at. It felt like a house that was pretty much made to for like the Vrbo hits, like made very much
Oh, yeah, I gotcha.
like
Where
almost like
it's
a model house kind of thing, where it's
yeah,
supposed like
where
it's.
you're not gonna comfortably sleep. It's just like yeah,
But
it's
pictures wise and location, because you're like right next to like boardwalk, that makes
wolves
it
can be
like
deceiving.
more, yeah. But like there was
Yeah,
like little, it was like nitpicky things. Like it felt more like a hotel Airbnb versus like some Airbnbs where it feels like somebody would actually stay there kind of thing.